just going to be a bit of a ramble, to be honest, but I did want to do some random little hand sounds, maybe like scratch on the cork below me, just do some random things, just for a little bit more variety, a little bit more zest. But for most of this, I genuinely just want to talk and tell you guys about how much I appreciate this, and kind of some ideas that I have as well. Just kind of go through quite a bit. In the allotted time, I'll try and make sure I cap this at about 15 so I don't ramble on too much. And hopefully, you fall asleep before we even get to the end, or you're very zen and relaxed by then. But I guess the main thing I want to do for the very beginning is saying an absolutely wonderful thank you to everybody that has subscribed, and even if you have not and you've even liked one of my videos, thank you. If you've even clicked on it and given me a little bit of a chance, thank you, genuinely. Because I started this channel, and I had mentioned this in the first video I ever made many moons ago, but I made this channel as a creative outpouring, essentially, and to have, a little close-knit community, to be able to connect with other people online that also just needed some nice relaxing time to basically come back to center in a way. Well, we'll say it that way. And I definitely think that ASMR has been extremely helpful for me personally with that for quite a few years here. And that's why I was so incredibly passionate about it. Still am. I'm not trying to talk in the past tense completely, but so to be able to create a channel, it was a lot for me personally to go forward and do that, because believe it or not, I actually tend to be a very I wouldn't say shy person, but I'm in no way, shape, or form do I ever try to make myself the center of attention. I'm completely fine with being much more of a supportive character in most things. I'm usually working behind the scenes on quite a few things, which makes literally no sense why, one, I started this channel, and two, a little tidbit about me, which I have an idea for a little bit more of an about me later, but a little tidbit, I acted in high school. I was in the drama club in high school, but it was, I had the worst reason for joining and the best reasons for staying. Worst reason for joining was because my ex-boyfriend was, I will very lightly say, just following me around a lot when I was at school, including extracurriculars. He was in every single one that I was in. So I finally joined one that I knew he wouldn't have the guts to do, and it was the truth. He didn't join. I met a really fantastic group of people there, and I think about them a lot. I hope that because I've lost contact with a lot of people from high school, of course, it's been years, but I hope they're all doing well. I wonder if any of them would ever come across this channel or anything. It's funny to think about, isn't it? Having a kind of presence online. It's who will find out? A couple of my friends have already found out, by the way. I've gotten a little bit of the real life bleeding in, which I'm fine with, because genuinely, I've been telling people for years that ASMR is great, and it's not something that is weird, or a lot of people think it's a kink, which it's not. Even though there definitely is a market for that, but personally, I'm not good with it. I don't watch any of that. I don't participate, but I wouldn't say anything bad about anyone that does. Do as you want to, as long as nobody's being hurt or exploited, But I've had to explain a lot of it to people, and normally, this is how I knew that I might be good at it, actually. I would try to with my spouse, because my spouse was like, I don't think I would ever like it. My spouse likes my vids, by the way, which I found that out. That's my big thing. But I would try to elicit some kind of tingle for them, and it worked a couple of times. I was first, if we ever hit 1,000. I'll say it that way because I don't want to put goals on things that could not happen, definitely. I don't know how many people are going to like my specific type of ASMR versus somebody else's, how many people are going to subscribe, and I don't want to put a goal on something and basically, for one, not seem appreciative of what I already have, which is already fantastic and more than I had thought I would have initially. I thought I was going to have like 5 subs for forever, and I was fine with literally throwing out some ASMR into the ether for 5 subs and maybe some random clicks, because honestly, it's just, if it's something that I'm passionate about, I just want to share it with people. I do want to do it this way, I think, so this will be the rundown. If we hit 200, I'll do a special, 300, and so on. Every 100, I will do a special. And then if we hit 1,000, I will probably start doing it where if I hit 1,000, I'll start doing it maybe every 1,000 at that point to make sure that I'm not doing a special every, week, because normally I've seen this. If somebody hits 1,000, it just starts booming up, and then they might have a week's worth and then hit another 1,000, because I have seen that with other channels. So obviously everybody has their own growth rate, their own path online. I'm just going to kind of hypothesize based off of what I have seen, and also try not to have expectations, because honestly, if you don't have expectations, then literally anything that happens is going to be a nice little happy surprise, and I like little happy surprises, and I think a lot of people do as well. But I will say for the 200 special, what I would like to do, and I had mentioned this in the Q&A video, I would like to round up some questions from everybody, some burning questions that I've not answered thus far, and maybe do a special that way. And maybe for that one, big budget here, maybe for that one I'll try and get some balloons or something and mess with those. I would like to get the actual number balloons maybe, but I think those are primarily made of kind of a bad plastic, so I might just try and go for something that's maybe a little bit better, or maybe not even do balloons, but maybe do candles or something. Also, speaking of, somebody has requested some match lighting triggers, and I am trying to also include that with a crinkling candle, one of the wood candles. And I have for some reason had trouble getting the candle in, so if you were the one who requested that, for some reason it's not showing up in my notifications, but if you were the one that requested that, please leave a comment on this video so I can make sure to credit you. I want to make sure that everybody knows that you had the idea, because it's a great idea. I'm getting the wooden matches set and everything. That one will be coming as soon as, the technical difficulties pass, but I definitely want to say thank you for that recommendation if you are out there, and I would say to all of you, thank you so much for helping get the channel to this point. This is amazing. It's fantastic. It just shows this nice this much growth in such a short time. I'm eternally thankful for. To be honest, part of me is I don't deserve it, but I have seen, and I think I've mentioned this, I know I've been working hard, so it's much easier for me to accept the fact that this happened, because my render time on the videos is extremely long. The editing and everything can be a little bit of a pain, so I know that I'm putting in the work for the videos to be the best quality that I can do at this point. So I should be completely happy for the fact that 100 people liked what I was doing enough to say I would like to see more of my timeline on YouTube, and I would like to be part of this. And I will say, even if you are not subbed, I've seen a lot of the same people coming through a couple of times. Thank you to you if you've even commented or liked or anything once. Thank you. I still also consider you part of the community. You don't have to be sub to be part of the community, of course. I'm thankful for all of you. I'm glad that you're here. I'm really excited for the future. I just want to hit on that a little bit. I am trying to, I already have a list. I'm getting some more trinkets for the channel. And I know, Gwen/Nebraska had asked for me to post a PayPal because they wanted to tip, which thank you. I did thank you already, but this is again saying in a video. Oh my god, thank you. I've never expected any of you to tip me. I've never expected any money from you. You are under no obligation to me, and you don't owe me anything. And I want to keep hitting that home, especially because I remember seeing, this was months and months ago now, but I remember seeing that Twitch streamer that had gone and said something like, "Why aren't you giving me your money?" or some crap like that. And especially after, this was the first time anyone's ever sent me anything. Especially after that, I was like, wow, what kind of, pardon my French. Oh wait, no, I shouldn't, that's YouTube. Never mind. What kind of person do you have to be to say something like that? Because to me, I'm like, if somebody even like sent me 25 cents, I'm like, are you sure? Are you good with that? Just because I've worked for years. I had my first official job at 12. I did start working at 8, but I was paid in candy. I had a 3-day-a-week job cleaning up my teacher's classroom. After school, I was on that grind at a young age. But I know the value of people's time. Maybe not I don't have the most knowledge of it, but I at least do want to say I have some semblance of a consideration. So even the time that all of you take to watch my videos, to me, is valuable and means something, and it means a lot to me, and I appreciate it. But especially, even if somebody gives me $1, like, the most I have made per hour in a job, this is the most, was 16. So many, to me, I'm looking at like, it is so hard, and especially with everything that is happening right now, the pandemic, and a lot of other things that I shouldn't mention because it's YouTube, but with everything that is happening right now here in the US and across the world, essentially, Europe especially, I know a lot is happening. With everything that's going on, to me, it's enormously difficult for people to even be able to live their lives. So for anyone to give me anything right now, I'm eternally grateful for, genuinely. Because I know everybody's just trying to live and survive right now and figure out what the heck is going on and what is next. So, from the bottom of my heart, sincerely, thank you all so much for even watching. Thank you all so much for being here. And it is so incredibly hard to even be here sometimes, and I get that too. Just thank you, genuinely. If I had at all waned in my passion for the channel, which I hadn't, but if I had, this would have completely, kickstart me again. For now, it's definitely just made me like way more excited. So there's a lot of things I have planned, which are mainly, I keep bringing up that hand sounds video. And I hope you like my velvet pants, that's what you're hearing. I have the hand sounds video with these little scrubby gloves that I'm going to be working on. I have the woodwick candle coming relatively soon. I found some claws, so I can on the mic with the claws as well. So I have a couple of like little trinket videos I'm gonna have coming relatively soon. And that was the point I wanted to make, is I finally did set up a PayPal. Getting to the point, I had gone off track. Apologies. I set up the PayPal. So if much is going to go to daily life for me, to be quite honest. And it's probably going to be the drink. It's because I'm not a materialistic person, and we don't really spend money. I don't have bills that are above my means. I live exactly at my means as much as possible, and the rest goes in savings in case anything happens, which, thank goodness, I've been that way for years. Otherwise, I would have been completely out from this pandemic. But if you want to donate, just know that those are the only two things it would be going to. I'm going to be completely honest with that. It's not going to go to gambling. I'm not that kind of person. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do anything that anyone would think would be weird with the money. And if somebody gave it to me and I saw someone else in need, of course I'm going to freaking pass it on, because why wouldn't I? And I think that is the attitude of a lot of